Hello friends, this is Diana with Light on Granite. Today we're going to do a flow to feel powerful and energized. I'd like you to start by standing at the top of your mat, hands together in prayer in front of your heart, feet hips distanced apart, toes pointing forward. Elongate your spine, close your eyes, and find your breath. And release your hands. We're going to bend our right elbow, put it behind our head, and pull it with our left hand. And release. And then we're going to switch sides. So bend your left arm, hold that left elbow behind your head with your right hand. Beautiful. And from here, we're going to release our hands and we're going to dramatically and forcefully push our hands away from our body and then bring our hands behind our back, interlock them, and forward fold. Now release those arms, grab onto your elbows, and gently rock right to left, hanging in our forward fold. Keep rocking and pause. Release your hands, put a micro bend in your knees, and slowly roll to standing. We're going to take a nice wide step here. Put your hands on your hips, and we're going to do some hip rotations. We're going to go around town. And then we're going to go around town the other way. Beautiful. And pause. Keeping your hands on your hips, we're just going to go into a series of 3 squats here. So with each squat, we're going to try to get a little bit deeper. So let's do our first one. Come on down. And push back up to standing. And squat down again. Try to get a little deeper this time. And back to standing. And then one more time. Squat down low and deep. Beautiful. Push up to standing. Let's bring our feet hips distance apart. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, down. Step back into plank position. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now from downward dog, we're going to raise that right leg up in the air, keeping our hips square, coming into 3-legged dog. And then we're going to go ahead and bend that knee, open up those hips, and fall open into Wild Thing. Find your strength. Find your balance. And then flip back over into downward dog. And we're going to take our flow. So from downward dog, come into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Inhale that left leg up. Keep those hips square. We're going to bend that left knee. Stack those hips and then fall open into Wild Thing. Breathe. Excellent. Flip back over into downward dog. And then go ahead and push back into child's pose. Take a break. And then we're going to sit up and we're going to extend our legs out in front of us, coming into staff pose. Have your feet flexed. Elongate your spine. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips and forward fold. And slowly inhale and roll up. Now from here, we're going to come into a fire log pose. So we are going to bend our right leg, make it a right angle. We're going to stack our left leg on top. And if this is uncomfortable, feel free to use a pillow or a block to help boost up your legs. And then from here, we're going to inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. This is a deep hip opening stretch. Breathe into the tightness. Release the tension that you're feeling. Take a nice deep inhale, slowly roll back up to seated. And then we're going to switch the cross of our legs. So this time our left leg starts on the bottom at a right angle. We stack our right on top, right knee on top of that left foot. Elongate your spine. Inhale those arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Focus on your breathing. You're receiving so many benefits from this pose. Try to surrender into it. And take in a deep inhale, roll up to seated. Excellent. We're going to come onto our hands and knees now, table pose. We're going to extend our arms out in front of us and bow our chest down, pointing our hips towards the sky, coming into puppy pose. Let your chest fall forward and melt into the mat. You're doing a great job. We're almost there. And take in a nice deep inhale and push back into child's pose. Round out that spine. And then from child's pose, we're going to roll back up into table. And then we're going to transition into the thread the needle pose. So I want you to inhale that right arm up towards the sky. And then we're going to curl it underneath our body. Come down, rest on that right shoulder. And then that left arm, go ahead and extend it out towards the top of your mat. Enjoy that great shoulder opening stretch. Try to release any tension you're holding in your body. Beautiful. Slowly come out of the pose, coming back into table. And when you're ready, we're going to switch to the other side. So inhale that left arm up towards the sky. And then gently curl it underneath your body. Come down on that shoulder. And then extend that right arm towards the top of your mat. And surrender into the pose. Keep breathing. And slowly come back into table. And then from here, we're going to make our way onto our back into Shavasana. Extend those legs out straight in front of you, your arms along your sides, palms shining towards the sky. Close your eyes. Release any tension you're holding in your jaw, in your chest, in your hips, in your legs. Let your arms be heavy and melt into the mat. Now I'd like you to put one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. We're going to take in a slow, deep inhale, filling up our belly, our ribs, our lungs. Pausing and gently exhaling from our chest, our ribs, our stomach. And again, inhale, fill that stomach, ribs, lungs. Pause. And gently exhale, releasing the air from your lungs, your ribs, and your stomach. Continue at your own pace for 2 more breaths. Release those hands back to your sides. And for a moment, I want you to imagine that you are a deep lake. The surface of the lake is affected by the wind, and so different wave patterns form here and there, churning up the water. And this wind is our emotions, but ultimately, below the surface of the lake, all is calm. Breathe into that calmness and know that the surface irritations that come and go are just that. What's underneath the surface is what matters. Take a deep inhale and let it go. Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Rock your head side to side. And when you're ready, roll onto your right side into a fetal position. And then go ahead and push up into a seated position. Elongate your spine. Inhale, arms up, gaze up, hands together in front of your heart. Thank yourself for your practice today, for taking a moment to do something good for your health and your mind. Wishing a beautiful rest of the day. Thank you so much for joining me. See you again next time. Sending you love and light. Namaste.